Yes.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Hi, it's your girl, Linda Marcus Smith here with another gregarious person in the entertainment business. And we have an interview for you today. I'm back to counting them. This is number 1170. That's your number. It's your booking number.
All right. 117. I'm gonna play that one. Play that one today.
Yeah. Let me introduce him to the people that are going to watch. So very seldom does anybody actually watch live. Once in a while, and we appreciate you here at Comic Spot. That's just me. I don't have any people. Anyway, no peeps. Not even on Easter. I don't like peeps. Okay, so enough for the corny stuff. Anyway, you're going to hear me go this entire interview without saying me too, or let me tell you about my story that's like what you just said. This is about the guest, you guys. This is so you at home in your jammies, well, your jammy tops, can sit there and say, do I like this guy? Do I believe in him? Do I want to support his career? Do I want to go see anything he produces, anything at all? And you don't even know who he is, who I'm talking about yet. So let's introduce him. Thank you for being patient. Obed Burgess is an entrepreneur. We have to hear about that. He's an actor, a writer, a director, a creative, an owner host of Red Cup Talks. One word. Show us the Red Cup. Red Cup Talks. Get it? And owner of his film company, Out the Womb Entertainment LLC. He loves to create and act as his and acting has been for a very long time. He loves to create and act and has been for a very long time. He's also a husband, father, friend, and a friend who loves God. You can follow his podcast and film company at ampersand Red Cup Talks on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Out the Womb Entertainment also on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome an inspiring comedian as well, Obed Burgess. Woo! Hi,
Woo!
Obed.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I feel important. I feel important.
You
I
are.
got
You're the
along.
guest of honor. This is all about you. You're sitting there with around a brick wall, and I want you to tell me, like, what are you doing today besides work? Tell us a little bit about what your day, what your week has been like, what you're looking forward to in the next week, just as a human being. And then we'll get into you as a
Wow.
creative.
As a human being.
Hmm.
Hmm. All right. So my week has been a bit of a grind, but cool. I like it's a really cool week. Been enjoying it, been working. I'm finally finding my balance, as it were, like a schedule. Because sometimes I don't like schedule. I kind of hate structure, but I'm learning that that's important. That's essential. So forcing myself, my wife is telling me, "Hey, do this, that, and the third." So I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll listen." Uh, so that's been interesting, and you said how am I as a human being? I am learning that I'm right about some things. I'm learning. I'm learning that I'm right. That you know what I thought from the beginning is true. Keep going.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fabulous. Well, let's talk about you growing up for about 2 minutes. Like, how many siblings? Where did you grow up? Were you quiet and shy? Were you always creating? Or did creating come into your life later in life? And why? And how?
Interesting question. All right. So I have two sisters, one older, one younger, and a younger brother. Two sisters and a younger brother. They're the best siblings anyone could ask for. I am thankful for them because, sometimes you got to know you were the problem child, and I think I understand that now. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I was the middle child for a while until my brother came, so I get it. I get it. I get it. I rather me than them, you know. Uh, but no, they're amazing. I have my mother and my father. They raised me right. Grew up with both of them. They're married, still married to this day. I think it's going to be 40 years. Wow,
Wow.
40 years they've been together. So just yeah, a regular kid. Um,
What city did you grow up in?
I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, born and
Oh,
raised.
what
Brooklyn,
part of Brooklyn?
East Flatbush, Flatbush side. Flatbush side. That's my stomping grounds. That's where I grew up. It has changed so much, so much, but I still love it. Just being around it sometimes brings back so many good childhood memories. So, yeah, Brooklyn, New York, Flatbush is where it's at.
So tell me what, like in high school, were you a creative? Have you always been? Did some teacher
Um,
come along and go, wow, you got what it takes?
so here's the crazy thing about being a creative. I would say that ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to know how things work. So there are two things I always wanted to know: how to make money and how to how to make movies. Like it always interests me, as a kid, because I used to see things and then like you'll see like a shooting scene, like, oh my God, is this person really dead? And then you'll see the premiere of the movie and they're like, hey, I'm like, oh, they're not. How did that happen? Like, was
Yes.
that a real gun? Different things like that. So ever since I was a kid, I was always intrigued by it, but I didn't think it could happen. And then shout out to my church, Nazareth Christian Fellowship. I started acting before that. I actually started acting in like little plays here or there, and then my parents went to a church, Nazareth Christian Fellowship, and I would act, in different plays and things of that nature. And then I think it was a Easter or I forget when, but one day someone wasn't able to write it something, and they're like, "Hey," I said, "You know what? I'll write it." And they're like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll write it." And I wrote something. I forgot what it was to this day, but I wrote it and it was a decent turnout. I forget what it was. But I wrote it and directed it and did a bunch of stuff. But everyone made it great, and it was a great experience. Me and a friend of mine, Renee, shouts out to her, directed it, and it was a good experience. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. And I took a break for a while, but then got back into it because, like anything, if it's in you, it's gonna come out. I personally believe your purpose sometimes irritates you to do it because sometimes you just are, satisfied being regular, whatever that means, and you're like, no, you got to do this, you got to do this. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I've been creating ever since. Wrote some more plays for my church, and then decided I would say between the years of 2015 to 2020 to write my own things, and finally decided to make it official by making the LLC Out the Womb Entertainment. Um, and it's been a journey. I'm still on my first film. It's done. We finished shooting everything. We're just editing in it. So I can't wait to bring that out to you guys and writing so many more things. So I can't wait to put that out.
So what's your film about, roughly? Don't give it away, but give us
I
a
won't give it
teaser.
away. I'll give you a little tease. I'll give you a little tease. So the title is Destiny, and we follow a guy who his wife's name is Destiny, but they broke up because of different things that have happened. And so he thinks it may be too late to go back to her, even though he knows that was the best thing that ever happened to him. So we follow, does he go back? Does he move forward? Does he forget about it and do what he was doing before? Will he ever be happy again without Destiny? So I hope that's not giving away too much, but I can't wait to release it. I've put some behind the scenes stuff out on the IG and the Instagram and the TikTok. So I can't wait for it to come out. I really can't. It's a great story. And
Fabulous. And are you going to submit it to different festivals or?
I don't know. I don't know. Part of me just wants to put it out because I've been teasing people for years about it, and everybody's like, "When are we gonna see it? When are we gonna see it?" So
That's so cool. Do you have a title?
the title of it, yeah, it's Destiny. The title of the film is Destiny.
Oh, I had a funny title for it.
Oh, what would it be called?
How to Manifest Your Destiny.
How to manifest. Okay, okay, a little bit more. Yeah, I It can work. It can work. It can work. It can work. It
You
can
know
work.
how Manifest Destiny is?
Yes, yes. That's a ship, if I'm not mistaken. And it's also a title. Is it the Manifesto Destiny as
And
well?
it also has to do with exploring, like when the explorations went, they called it Manifest Destiny. But her
Ah,
name's Destiny, and he's trying to manifest. Okay, never mind.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I
It's a
thought you said
wordplay. It's all wordplay.
it really is. It really is. It really
So
is.
tell me about some other things that you have a film company and you're writer, director, creative. So you're doing the whole thing. You wrote it, you directed it, or and you're probably acting in it.
Yes, I am acting in it, but I
How
had
how
great
the
help.
heck hard must that be?
You know, out of my talent, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I like acting is easy for me. It's not like I can't say the roles haven't challenged me because they have. Like I'm a naturally happy person, so to be like depressed or sad, it's kind of difficult. But I get you could turn it on. The directing because you have to remember to give instruction, and I thank God. Speaking of directing, I am not alone in that. Shouts out to Jackie Johnson who like took the reins of directing. Her and her husband Matthew and Jackie Johnson they own a oh my a do-it-yourself company, not even do-it-yourself company, like a film edit company, graphic design company called Eclipse. They were the help because Lord knows I can't when I'm on set, it's hard for me to like step out of me. And she grabbed it by the horns and directed everything. Like, hey, you go here, you go here, you go there, you go there. I'm like, oh, who wrote this? It was me. But she's a great visionary, and man, I would love for her to be on your show. I
Uh,
definitely try to get her on mine.
Send
So
her
yeah,
to me. I'll interview her this week or next.
sure, sure, definitely. She'll have to check her schedule, but yeah, she was a great help, Jackie and Matthew Johnson. So
Well, I want to also know about your life. You talk about your father, a husband, and a friend of God,
I try
a
to be.
friend and a friend in you talk a lot about your relationship with your higher power a lot. So take a minute to have freedom of speech in this country before they take it away.
So yes, I am married to Candace, my wife. Been married 14 years. Wow. Said it out loud. 14, 14 years. We have two children, Anise and Aaron. And not the I'll never say I'm like the, you know, poster child for father. No, not at all. I'm still learning. I'm still growing in that area, but I'm thankful for them being in my life. I was hesitant to say like friend of God over because people have a misconception about that, like, oh, I'm gonna preach to you. I'm not, I promise you. I'm the most average, not I won't say average because that belittles yourself, but I'm a pretty cool guy once you get to know me. Hey, I got a red cup for crying out loud. Like let's be honest. I'm not here to judge anybody or beat anyone over the head, but God has been a part of my development. He is why I'm here. And though I'm not perfect, though I'm not someone that is, hey, follow me. No, but I can lead you to someone that is a great example, and that's him. So
A lot
I
of times when somebody outs themselves as, say, religious or Christian or Catholic or Muslim or whatever, then everybody starts judging them. It's kind of becomes a game like who can judge who the first, They're going to judge me, so I'll judge them. Well, Mazel tov with how that's going to work.
listen, the same way I don't judge anybody. I try, I might have a joke here or there, but I promise you I'm not judging you. It's the same way I wish to not be judged, but I understand it because when you say Christian, Jesus, people have a weird, and I get it. I get it. I'm not one to say, oh, we're innocent. No, no, no. We've done some things too. But I'm hoping that my content um reaches everybody, not just my circle or people that love the Lord, but people that may not even know him, but maybe intrigued by my creativity.
I
That's what I
love
hope.
that. I love that. Okay, here comes. You were sitting in the front row of a show that somebody who does a podcast was doing. I'm not going to say myself because I'm not supposed to refer to myself. Okay, you were there in the front row. And I wondered if you were there because you had insight into what's funny. You weren't afraid to sit right up front. These are just my observations. I don't go spy on people, but I
Mhm.
noticed you weren't afraid to sit up front. You knew all the beats that were funny. You knew the beats that weren't. I was watching you. And so you've got all this knowledge and understanding of comedy. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool if Red Cup becomes a comedian? And I don't know if I ever talked to you about that. So have you been on stage?
All right. So here's the thing about me being on stage. I was, if you want to be technical, I was an MC for my uncle and their aunt and for their anniversary. And I was MC slash comedian for my sister's 30th. So I have done it. I can crack a joke or two. I can make people laugh. Now, it's good when you're around your friends, but if you're really funny, you do it in front of strangers. And so that's been my like Achilles heel, but I'm making it my business by the end of this year to make that happen, to go on my first open mic, and just if they hate me, because I've done theater. That's the crazy thing. I've done theater. I've done it in New York. I've done it in Florida. And you get mixed reviews all the time and you flow with it. So I figure it's the same concept, maybe not the same thing. So it's like, what are you afraid of? Just do it.
Yeah,
You know, I want
yeah.
to do it. I'm making my business to
So
do it.
if you do you have some jokes written out?
Do I have some jokes written out? So nothing written out. Actually, no, I lie. I do, but I don't remember it at the moment. I do because I'm literally in the process of making something about a comedian, like making like a film slash series about that. And so I wrote some things which I thought were hilarious. So it's just now sharing it with the world, sharing it with the world. So
So
yeah.
if you want me and maybe three or four other comedians who I know, like, and trust to go on Zoom and listen to you and help give you other ideas of jokes to get your first tight five, me and my friends will come on and help you. No charge.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. And yes, you reached out before and you told me, and I shared you like one thing, but for the life of me, I can't remember it. But yes, I will definitely reach out to you and we can work and I have no.
And just know that your tight five or your tight 15, you're never going to be happy with it. You just use the best one you got so far.
Gotcha. Understood.
And it's
Understood.
all a process, and
Yes.
it's a very you're in a community, but it's a very lonely. I mean, when I say that, I don't mean it in a bad way. You're the only one on stage. You're the one either making them laugh or not, and you're the
Mm.
one that gets the feedback and gets to decide how you fix it. So a lot of people are going to give you a lot of input, and I want to empower you before you even start. You're in charge of your comedy career. Don't let anybody else have that power. You can take their input, write it down, think about it, toss it out, or tell them they're crazy. No, you don't have to do everything everybody says. I get a lot of feedback, a lot. You
No.
decide. You be you.
So funny that you even mentioned that because those that follow me know I do a word of the day. And one of the words of the day I was going to do today is literally something about it's you, like you're it. And so for you telling me that, it has to be God. Like, wow, I'm thankful. I really am because I spent a large majority of the past couple of years thinking about what everybody's input is, and it's like, screw you, and respectfully, like I don't need your input. I'm me, and I'm happy being me. And so for you to say that, I truly do appreciate it, and I'm gonna take that and run with it because
Yeah.
that's
I'll bet you have a lot of life experiences that can be turned into jokes. I know you've got a presence, larger than life presence, and you've got likability out the kazoo. And I don't even know how to play a kazoo. So all you need are some jokes.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
So
definitely gonna
me
work
and
on
my
them.
friends will help you, and I bet a lot of other people. Do you live in Long Island, right?
No, no, I live in the city. I live in the city.
Oh, okay. What part? I live in Briarwood, Queens.
I'm probably right around the corner from you. I'm like, yeah, Brooklyn-ish.
Huh?
Brooklyn-ish. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's close enough. Right
Yeah,
around the
yeah, yeah.
corner. Yeah. I mean,
Clearly.
a stone's throw away, I say.
What? What? Yeah.
So this is kind of a short interview because of computer issues. I want you to come back anytime you have a specific movie coming out, a film coming
Absolutely.
out, a show, a red carpet event, anything where you want people to show up and do a promo. But
Uh,
before we go, I want you to take the next 5 minutes to say anything about embarking on comedy, what you want, how you want to leave the world in a better place, what you want to accomplish before you die, anything, things you want people to be aware of, how to be nicer to each other in a post-pandemic paradox.
okay. Well, I'll say this. I do have a stage play coming up very soon in June. Um, Follow me to get the exact dates so that you can be a part of it. I believe it's going to be in Augusta, Georgia, but cross my fingers, is hoping that's going to be the same exact location. But follow me for content in Red Cup Talks at Out the Womb Entertainment. Even on my personal, you can inbox Red Cup Talks or Out the Womb to find that out. But I just want to leave everybody with go after it. Whatever it is, go after it. You don't know how right you are until you go after it. People may think that you're wrong. People may think that you can't do it. But what has that gotten you? Where were they when you came into this world? Where were they when you accomplished your goals and dreams? Where were they when you got that job that you wanted? Where were they when you started that business? So don't worry about they, worry about you and continue going after your goals and dreams.
Yes.
I
Yes.
leave also, I just want to raise a glass to you. Continue being an inspiration, a conduit for others, creatives to come on and share their stories, share who they are. Thank you for opening up that window. Thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for just continuing to network with me as I network with you, and we become a better network together. Period.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Red Cup. I should have brought a Red Cup.
It's okay. It's okay. Next time. Next time.
They need to sponsor you.
They do. They do.
Have you reached out to?
Solo, whoever you are. I'm in contact with a certain brand of alcohol. Hopefully, all goes well. So yeah.
Super duper. Well, thank you so much. And you guys follow him. His name is Obed Burgess, Burgess. And like he said, he's got Out the Womb Entertainment LLC. And you can find Red Cup Talks on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And Out the Womb Entertainment is on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So follow him. Let's help his
I'll,
career. Quit worrying about yourself and help somebody else because you know what? When you help somebody else, it helps you. It does. Try it.
so true. So true. Thank you once again for having me on. I truly do appreciate you.
I love you.
And
Bye.
bye.
Bye.